Hello, all the students of MSc second parts. Today we are going to start lecture of MSc second part on the topic on the subject integral equations. So this is your optional course in your MSc second part. Now new structure of MSc second part. There are three courses are compulsory. Three courses are compulsory. And two are the optional course. But in our department, we are going to run the two courses. That is, one is the integral equation and second is the mechanics course. So out of this, today I am going to start lecture on the integral equations. So integral equation. First of all, definition of integral equation. So what is the definition of integral equation? Integral equation is basically depends on the differential equation and its application. So integral equation definition, integral equation is an equation in which the unknown function appears under the integral sign. Say that is a u of x is an unknown function. U of x is an unknown function. We have the standard form of the integral equation is integral equation u of x is equal to f of x plus integration of k of xt u of t dt over the limits a to b. Over the limits alpha x and beta x. This is the standard form of the integral equation here, where k of xt is a kernel, and f of x is a function of x here. But here in the integral equation, k of xt is a kernel and f of x are the functions are given in advance. Means when we solve this integral equation, we have already known k of xt and f of xt. These functions are known. Then we have to find the integral equation where as alpha x and beta x are the limits of the integral equations. Alpha x and beta x are the limits of the integral equation. And the integral equation is specially whereas occurs in physics, chemistry, biology, engineering and their applications, and which are made from the initial equations, initial value problems. Means integral equation basically depends on the initial value problems. So, and then there is a conversion of the integral equation from the initial value problem. It means we have to convert the initial value problem to an integral equation. How to convert the initial value problem to integral equation? We have here, suppose we have simple example of initial value problem here. Simple example. That is, suppose u dash of x is equal to 2x u of 0, initial condition is given. U dash of x is equal to u of x here, u of 0 is equal to 1. This is the initial value problem here. That is simple problem of differential equation. Now we first solve this equation by simple method, by using the analytical methods here. That is du by dx. Upon u of x is equal to 2x. So this is why we have solved this equation by variable separable methods. d of u of x is equal to 2 of x here. On integration d of u of x upon u of x here is equal to integration of 2x here plus c. 2x plus c on integration log of u of x to the base c is equal to x square. Integration x square plus c, we get its solution is u of x is equal to e raised to x square into e raised to c. Simple solution u of x equal to this here. By using the initial initial condition we have a solution of that equation is, we take condition here u of 0 is equal to e raised to 0 into e raised to c, that equal to e raised to 0 is 1, here 1 here, that equal to here 1, e raised to c is implied e raised to c is equal to 1. Means we have solution u of x is equal to simple e raised to x square is a solution for given initial value problem. For given initial value problem here, but we apply this, how to convert this initial value problem to the integral equation. We have to integrate this differential equation under the initial value problems within the limits of integration 0 to x. So we have to integrate this integration u dash of x dx is equal to here 2x, means here this is the integral equation 2t u of t dt over the limit 0 to x here. Then we have here u of x minus u of 0 is equal to integration of 0 to x 2t u of t, and therefore we have equation u of x is equal to 1, u of 0 is 1 initial condition, 1 plus integration 0 to x here, 0 to x 2t u of t. This is an integral equation, that is, this is a conversion of initial value problem to the integral equation. Here we have the first equation here, suppose this equation here 1, this is standard form of integral equation. By comparing both equations, then we have here f of x equal to 1 and k of xt kernel is a 2t, and therefore this is an integral equation from, this is a conversion of integral equation from the given initial value problem, that is called integral equation. So first of all, what is the integral equation? Integral equation is an equation in which unknown function appears under the integral sign, that is u of x is a unknown function which appears under the integral sign, whereas k of xt and f of x, these functions are given in advance. By using these functions, we have to find the value of the u of x, that is called the integral, basic idea of the integral equation. This is basic idea of the integral equation. Here, after the definition, after the conversion of the initial value problem to the integral equation here, there are classification of the integral equations. So, by using this classification, we have seen this classification of integral equation here, like this. Classification of integral equation, the linear integral equations under the classified under the two types. That is, the first one is a linear integral equation. Second one is a non-linear integral equation. Linear integral equation means, what is the linear integral equation? A function, unknown function appears under the integral signs which has a power 1. That is called linear integral equation. If the unknown function appears under the integral sign having the power more than 1, means it is a non-linear integral equation. But here there are types of the integral equations are here. First type of the integral equation is Fredholm integral equation. Fredholm integral equation. Second one, Volterra integral equations. And third one, another type is integral differential equations. Differential equations And fourth one, another type of the classification, singular integral equation. Singular integral equations, singular integral equations. And fifth one, another type, that is a Volterra-Fredholm integral equation. Volterra-Fredholm integral equations. And last, there is a sixth one, is Volterra-Fredholm integral differential equation. Volterra-Fredholm integral equations. Volterra-Fredholm integral differential equation. Integral differential equations. These are types of the integral classification of the integral equation. That is, the first one is Fredholm integral equation. Second is the Volterra integral equations. And third one is the integral differential equation, singular integral equation, Volterra-Fredholm integral equation, and Volterra-Fredholm integral differential equations. These are types here. Out of these, first type is a Fredholm integral equation. So what is in fact Fredholm integral equation here? That is in the standard form of the Fredholm integral equation is of the form here the integral equation here phi of x u of x is equal to f of x is equal to f of x here plus integration here lambda integration of a to b here k of x t ut dt here ut dt phi of x u of x is equal to f of x plus lambda into k of xt u of k dt is an integral equation, whereas a less than equal to x here t less than equal to b. This integral equation is called Fredholm integral equation here, where here kernel is k of xt and this function f of x are known in advance. Here if you take as suppose phi of x equal to 0, types of the Fredholm integral equation depends on the phi of x. If you take phi of x is equal to 0, then the integral equation becomes f of x plus lambda into integration of k of xt u of k dt over the limits a to b is equal to 0. Then this equation is called as a homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. And if phi of x equal to 1, then this equation becomes a u of x is equal to f of x plus integration of k of xt u of k dt over the limits a to b is called as non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. Just we have seen in differential equation there are two types. One is a homogeneous differential equation, another is a non-homogeneous differential equation. That is, we know in a differential equation simple type, that is f of d of y is equal to x here, hence which is a linear nth order linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Suppose if x is not equal to 0, this is called non-homogeneous equation. If x equal to 0, this is a homogeneous equation. By the same way, if here phi of x is equal to 0, then the equation becomes a f of x plus lambda into k of xt u of k dt over the limits a to b is called homogeneous Fredholm equation. If phi of x is equal to 1, then this equation becomes a non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. Okay. Now here there are two types here. Then we have some methods. Again here, there are also types here. In that equation, u of x is appears under the integral sign is of the power 1 is called linear Fredholm integral equation. If power is more than 1 of the function u of x here under the integral sign is called the non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. This is type of the Fredholm integral equation. Similarly, again here we have in that case one thing is that one note is important here. In a homogeneous equation, f of x plus lambda integration of a to b k of xt u of k dt is equal to 0. This is a homogeneous Fredholm integral equation, whereas ux appears only under the integral sign. Only under the integral sign in case of the homogeneous Fredholm integral equation, whereas here in the non-homogeneous equation u of x is equal to f of x plus lambda into integration of a to b k of xt u of k dt. This is a non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation in which the unknown function u of x appears inside and outside the integral equation. Inside and outside the integral equation. Unknown function u of x appears inside and outside the integral equation in case of the non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. This is the main thing in the homogeneous and non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. This is the main thing here. And next type is the Volterra Fredholm integral equation. Volterra Fredholm integral equation. Here equation is a same, but only there is a slight change in that equation here. Only here limits are changed 0 to x. Limits are changed 0 to x, and this is a Volterra Fredholm integral equation. This is a Volterra integral equation. Volterra integral equation. In that case, here in a previous integral equation, limits of integration are in given interval. These are constants. In the previous integral equation means in case of the Fredholm integral equation, limits of integration are constant. But here, one limit is constant, another limit is at least one limit of integration in that range is a variable. In that range is a variable. X is a variable. And here if we take again same as there, in case phi of x is equal to 0, same here, u of x phi of x equal to 0, the equation becomes f of x plus lambda k of xt u of t dt over limit 0 to x equal to 0 is called as a homogeneous Volterra integral equation. If phi of x equal to 1, then equation becomes a u of x is equal to f of x plus lambda into k of xt u of t dt over the limit 0 to x is called as the non-homogeneous Volterra integral equation. Again, by simple way, if phi of x is not equal to 0, then we can also divide this throughout equation by phi of x here. We get u of x is equal to this here, phi of x upon f of x upon phi of x here. This 1 upon phi of x like this here. This also becomes a non-homogeneous Volterra integral equation as well as non-homogeneous Fredholm integral equation. Okay, we can by this way we get also this equation. These are the two types of the Volterra and Fredholm integral equation. So in next period we shall see some other